I'm Brian Birch. I'm a designer in Indianapolis. I recently graduated from The Ohio State University with a Master of Architecture. So professionally, I work in the architecture field in Indianapolis, but beyond that work, I've also gotten into some side work on my own, sort of trying to figure out, what drives what I want to do and, where I want to be and the opportunities I see that exist. And this house that we're in right now is really a prime example of the kinds of opportunities that I'm seeking out, and sort of trying to find the places in the city that are interesting, that have a lot to offer, but also maybe need a little boost in some way, or they need some sort of excitement. I mean, they have excitement, but they are always looking for more ways to kind of continue to push the envelope on what's happening. So I came across the City Gallery really at its inception, before it really even started, and was looking to it not only to kind of be a resource to help find the right neighborhood and to find the right venues to go through to acquire property for myself. To this day, and even still progressing, it's sort of, I think, a little bit of a back and forth where, this is what I want to do, and I can kind of take an idea to them and they can sort of bounce something back at me. Well, maybe you should talk to this person, maybe you should look this way. If I didn't have that City Gallery as that point of connection, it would have been a lot harder for me to find that person to connect with.
Hi, I'm Steve Carr.
And I'm Lindsay Carr.
And we live in Indianapolis and Sinclair Place. And we spent 2 years in South Chicago, and that was actually one thing that was very attractive about Indy for us, was not just that everything's like geographically accessible, but that there's more of a sense of community and ownership because it's a lot smaller, but still with like a big city feel. And so we really love the community here. The folks that are actually in the city and committed, I guess when I say city, like the downtown and surrounding areas, seem to have a really strong commitment. They're all connected in some way with each other.
Yeah, it's really been helpful, especially in making the move from Chicago here. We need jobs, we need a place to live, we need a babysitter, we need, now kindergarten, and I feel like, there have just been people here to help us every single step of the way.
And so the first thing I did was email City Gallery, and I actually heard back from 2 folks there who gave me a plethora of information, from housing people to different neighborhoods that were kind of on the move. But also with a lot of the people I talked with, I just kind of shared what field we were in, and they gave me a ton of different people they knew that did nonprofit type work or social work, that kind of stuff, ministry, and said, you should really connect with so-and-so because they're starting a whole new section of their program, or this would be a good guy for you to have coffee with, or come to First Friday, we're going to have a booth set up. So City Gallery, they really plugged us in with a ton of people and connected us.
My name is Hannah Wong, and I just moved here from Los Angeles via Texas. I was there for the past year. I like going around and sort of exploring the different neighborhoods around. It seems like there's a lot of different little pockets of neighborhoods that each have very distinct personalities, even within downtown. It reminds me a lot of Chicago, which is where I grew up, and Chicago seems like a lot more of a collection of neighborhoods, and so this is my first time back in the Midwest since then, and it's nice to see a lot of that stuff again. I feel like community has to be as much of it's something that is engaging. It's like a group of people where you share something, and whether it's like common interests, workplace, and so it's as much as my effort as other people's. And so I think people you can just naturally actually engage with, talk with, hang out with. Yeah, there's definitely a group of people who I've met through City Gallery in various ways. Some of them work there, some of them have volunteered with other things there, or just friends of friends that I've met who, we just enjoy a lot of the same things. And one of the girls who I met through City Gallery basically just started organizing this potluck every Wednesday, and so there's a lot of us who really enjoy cooking, so we just each make something, or sometimes we'll do different things and cook together. When you're engaging with the people you're with and you really enjoy the conversation, the company, it's different. I think that has a lot to do with community.